With our dedicated television platform, Rhino TV, West Nile Web is the one-stop hub for breaking news on everything political, cultural, tourism, entertainment, sport, music, and much more. Visit our website at www.westnileweb.com.
West Nile Web. Discover opportunities. Live your dream.
It's a very bright morning in Arua and particularly Ochiba coastal town. Very bright one, right? Coming up with the Boom Sports, the Friday edition of the show in the absence of Otelul Vegas and Nyamwa Walter. Kidnas Atinga for the people sits in as a lone striker to drive you through with the show. This is Rhino TV and we are going live. And as we all know, it's been Friday. Kidnas cannot come here, of course, spitting words over words or probably bringing for you a lot of transfer, maybe as other stories. But I can tell you that your questions this morning will drive the show, which means you, the viewer out there, you've been given the platform or the opportunity to lead through the show. I want once again say good morning to you. And for those of you who are coming to West Nile, in case you have a chance, welcome to West Nile. And if you are leaving the region, I also don't want to go minus saying safe journey or bon voyage, wherever you are going. Otherwise, Rhino TV brings this edition to you simply to enrich you with your interests. Remember, there are people who definitely have always wanted to ask questions, but that chance has been a little bit difficult. So this morning, you have the platform. And I'm already seeing comments are coming through. This is what exactly I mean by a Q&A session every Boom Sports Friday morning or edition. Otherwise, big stories also are coming through. Maybe before I start probably responding to your questions, I want to say the first comment that has come here, somebody is saying, Kimnas, you're very smart this morning. Oh my goodness, I feel nice. Thank you very much for the compliment. Maybe you even make me look nicer and nicer because you bring in a smile on my face. But first things always first. Tabo Vitalis. Yesterday, the big talk was about Tabo Vitalis. And this morning, I can confirm to you, he has terminated his contract with Bull FC. So the guy is a free agent. Whichever move he will make, in football terms, will say it's going to be a boss man ruling. He will move free agent. Maybe it's time for Tabo Vitalis just to pocket a signing on fee and maybe weekly salaries or monthly wages, if I may use that for the lack of better words. Otherwise, the D-Day is today, the Olympics. The talk has always been Uganda for the first time sending up to 56 contingent or delegation, if you like, to represent the country in the Tokyo Olympics, Japan. And this morning, I can tell you the opening ceremony will be on, so you can also probably catch up, and any update about the Olympics will be able to bring to your attention. Remember, we have a number of people who are representing not only West Nile but the whole country, including our own Shida Lenny from Katini down West Nile, Arua, and in particular Terego district where she actually comes from. Today, I can proudly tell you that Uganda will be probably having or being part of the world to see the opening ceremony in the Tokyo Stadium, the biggest in Asia. And I can confirm to you, it's all going to be a big deal. Why not, if not? Otherwise, I'm already seeing messages right here, but you keep sharing. Keep sharing. It's very important. Once you see the video running, probably the best you do is just to simply share the video so that we get the mileage. You promote us. Once you do that, trust me, you have done your part. When we appreciate, by the way, we appreciate. We cannot go minus giving you a mention, probably appreciating, saying that you have done your great job. I'm seeing the Lubarakari team also watching and following the show. Why not? That feels nice. Otherwise, let me go through some of the comments that have already come through. Wow, I love the first comment. I love the first comment. The person is talking about my dressing code. Oh my goodness, I didn't know I looked this nice. Kumbe, my wife can also make me look this way. I feel nice. West B, let me start with Sanyu Doris. She has dropped in a comment here. I'm representing the viewers from Ediofe. Thanks for the show, Kim. Wow, thank you very much, Sanyu Doris, for being part of the show. OJ Jackson, I got your message. He says, catching you live from Onduparaka. By the way, I sometimes call him Ondu Boy. Ondu Boy, others are called Konde Boy something, but I call him Ondu Boy because he loves Onduparaka. Raquel Kennedy Kenvold says, hey Kim, I would like to know, I would like you to talk about WWE, that is WrestleMania. If you know about wrestling, then exactly he's talking about that, and probably will be responding to that and giving you at least some highlights of what has lately happened in the beautiful, that is WrestleMania, if you like, or some people will prefer calling it the SmackDown. Of course, we'll be bringing for you much more from that actually sect. Mambo Innocent says, watching in front, watching all the way from Jinja City, Uganda. Thank you very much for representing. Of course, Jinja has always been with us. You represent that perfectly. Toko Jimmy says, thank you very much, Akim. I am watching you live from Midigo. Wow, from Midigo. I hope. Say hi to the people of Binagoro down Midigo. Thank you very much. Alule Robert says, Robe from Yumbe. I am watching live. Prince Xavier says, live from Moyo. Thank you for representing Moyo. Shabit Rashid says, good morning to you, Kimaz. I'm watching you live from Juba City. Juba is representing. What can I tell Mugadu Charles? Always with us. I'm humbled. Thank you very much, Mugadu Charles. He says he's actually following the show live, and he says, Mingoni. Mamuke Azibiche, 1 minute, Mugadu Charles. Then Halima Siasa, what else can I tell you? Fantastic for always being a part of the show. Halima, we are proud of you. Thank you very much. Halima Siasa Kasim, yeah? As he says, good morning, Kimnas, and Juma Mubarak. Juma Karim and Juma Mubarak to you as well. As he says, if Paul Pogba leaves for Paris Saint-Germain, yes, won't it affect Man United? It definitely will. It will. If you look at Paul Pogba, he has been one of the best players for Manchester United, but he's a very stubborn player who will not bend low probably to pay a new contract if you don't give him the right terms. If you don't assemble him alongside great players, he can decide to walk away. He did that in 2012 when he left Manchester United. Not many people expected him to do that, but under the stewardship of Sir Alex Ferguson, by then he walked off the team and joined Juventus, the Italian giants, or old lady from Turin. And I can tell you, 2-3 seasons later, Paul Pogba became a world-class player, also been named in the Ballon d'Or nominees list. A big recognition for Paul Pogba. So right now, leaving Manchester United for Parc des Princes or Paris Saint-Germain will be a big blow for United. Why? You have a Paul Pogba who is a box-to-box midfielder, who is very versatile, can play as a deep line playmaker. He is a complete midfielder who can play in the flanks. He has been ever used there. Then this is the Paul Pogba who can play behind the main striker. Talk about set pieces. Penalty can take. Corner kick, fantastic. Free kick, absolutely nice. That is Paul Pogba for you. Tell me such a good quality cannot affect Manchester United. Again, you will also look at his passing. This is a player whose attributes sometimes are so amazing. Short passes, absolutely nice. Long passes, the best in the Premier League. Not comparable to any other midfielder when it comes to long passes. Yeah? Only Xabi Alonso in the past did it like him. But trust me, maybe you'll talk about Yaya Toure at some point. But if you talk about long passes, getting the ball, shifting from left to right, the name is Paul Pogba. A very great player. And again, United losing him will mean that Bruno Fernandes will feel lonely in that midfield department. Matches the other guys. Fred is there. Scott McTominay is there. But we're talking about a player who knows what a winning team is supposed to operate like. Deep down from the midfield, probably carrying the ball. Manchester United have been linked with moves to many players, including Ruben Neves of Wolves. But are they Paul Pogba quality? You will think no. And again, Paul Pogba is a player who has played at the biggest level. He's a World Cup winner. You can't underrate a player like him. So I think him leaving Manchester United at this point is going to be quite a big blow for Manchester United. So probably United fans shouldn't be happy. because if such moves now happen, it definitely is going to affect the team. Let me go to this one here. Waib Ajobe says, I used to watch people on TV, but now I'm watching my real homie. That's a sign of prosperity. Waib Ajobe, I have no words for you. You are so an amazing character. I grew up with you from the same home. We ate from the same plate, and I can tell you, you have made me proud. Trust me, you have made me so proud. Say hi to the family, and I hope mom is doing well. Yeah, he's my homie, a senior brother to Toto Mahad Ajobe. Another, of course, also he's one of the siblings is Shamari Ajobe, also, who plays for Arua Hill Sports Club. He's a sports boy. That is Waib Ajobe. He also plays football, by the way. Big talent being wasted in him. I want to challenge you for that. Otherwise, thank you very much. Anthony A. Tony says, live from Ebbs. Big ups, bro. Birthday wishes to Andy Opingopi. By the way, it's true. Andy Opingopi is celebrating his birthday today. I want to say thank you very much and happy birthday. Afeti Tony, big up on himself for being part of the show. It feels nice. Thank you very much. He is the official CEO of Arua Hill Sports Club, but I don't want to use that capacity now, but I want to say it is Afeti Tony, or Tony, actually watching this live. He says, may he correct his legs. By the way, he's telling Andy to correct his legs. Interesting. Denia says, representing Juba team live. Thanks for the show. Quickly update us on the latest English Premier League transfer business. I'll be doing that. A lot at stake happening right there. I wish you told me which club you actually follow. I will tell you. Arsenal Football Club, I expecting a good news, just like Manchester United, who are pushing closer and closer for the Rafael Varane deal. Then Liverpool Football Club have not said no, or never have they given up on the man Hossein Aouar, who plays for Olympique Lyon, a very good player. But then, can he be the right man to step in for Wijnaldum, who left for Paris Saint-Germain, is another question that still remains unanswered. Kakoza Robert says, hi, I want to know about my friend Seth Toleko Julius at the weightlifter. He is the man who actually went missing from the Olympics team that Uganda did send to Japan. It was quite unfortunate, and again, he's been found. He is likely to be deported to Uganda, and now I was actually saddened when his wife, pregnant wife or girlfriend, or fiancé, if you like, was actually sent off the house he has been renting. I think that is as a result of lack of finance, but then it's a bad news. But again, Sistoleko is likely to come back to Uganda. Mar Ian says, please update me on Onduparaka new sightings. There are rumors of Onduparaka Football Club being so active in the market, having released up to 14 players, but I can tell you right now that Onduparaka Football Club, the team we're talking about, has never shown any signs of unveiling any players very soon, but there are rumors linking certain players with a return to Onduparaka Football Club. One of them is Tabu Vitalis, and this morning I did confirm to you he has terminated his deal with Bull FC. Could that be a step closer for him to rejoin Onduparaka Football Club? Yes, no. Then what about Arua Hill Sports Club, who have also been in the race for Tabu Vitalis' signature? And again, part of the talk about Onduparaka is that having released all those players, they have been linked with moves to many players, including Gaddafi Wahab, Ibrahim Faisal, aka Anini, the Terminator. Then, yesterday, somebody was asking me where Alan Busobos is, but I can tell you he has never been released. He's still part of the team. So, these are some of the things, transfers about Onduparaka Football Club. And Junino of Midigo Calvary also is been linked with a move to Onduparaka Football Club. Edzo Kakuru Esau says, update me about Liverpool transfers. Talking about Liverpool Football Club, having let go probably Wijnaldum, they are still very much active. There was a latest report that came yesterday that Liverpool are looking at letting go up to 5 players, and this is in the names of raising £70 million to bring in new players. You know, Jurgen Klopp is a stubborn manager. He will not do business like other managers do, probably bringing in players to excite Ibrahimo Konate is the only player they have signed so far, but there are already talks of Ben Davies, the man they signed from Preston North End as an understudy to Virgil van Dijk when he went out injured. There are rumors that he could be leaving the club. What about Harry Wilson? Harry Wilson is another player who likely might leave the club. And another player, I also don't want to go minus giving him a mention about a potential quitting or probably exiting at Liverpool Football Club is Xherdan Shaqiri. There was a talk of Jordan Henderson leaving the club, but I can tell you, Jordan Henderson has been one of the best players for Liverpool Football Club. He may not be that a talented player in the calibers of Lionel Messi, neither will I put him in the calibers of Neymar Jr., but I can tell you the man we are talking about, Jordan Henderson, is the captain of the side, very, very patriotic about Liverpool now. As in English, he puts all as far as his energy is concerned for Liverpool to be winning games. So I don't think if it's right time for Liverpool to let go a player like Jordan Henderson, whom they have sparingly used at a time when there is no central defender. They can draft him to play as a central defender. He has ever done that. Then he can play as a number 6 deep, and he can also play as a number 8. That is Jordan Henderson for you. So what does that mean? It means Liverpool are not about to let go Jordan Henderson, according to me anyway. You have your thoughts right there. Amati Sunday Ibia says, I am actually live in Kubala Trading Center. Wow, my hometown. I love that. Thank you very much for representing the people of Kubala. Busy man in it here. Is in it. Bebango manero suo manero bana and rudusiro aduturu to ine masua abakar bralegaki nasoroki goni if onamaki goni and rabare chake level. Say hi to them. It feels nice. Yes, those are my home people. If I greet my home people sometimes, you also give me that time. I know my producer will understand. It's good to also say hi to my people home. Hey. Otherwise, Abdul Karim, thank you very much. He says he's getting me live. Of course, lately I call him the Obongi man. He loves staying that side. My dear call Obongi, he moves there a lot. One of these days, I'll be expecting at least some huge fish from you. That is Abdul Karim. There is this one. There's this one actually in from Khartoum. I love it. He's actually called Rashid. Yeah, he's called Rashid. That I'm Rashid from Khartoum. Azimitio, birthday to our honorable Andy Opingopi. May he actually live to blow 1,000 candles. By the way, the name is actually being written in Arabic. The guy's name is written in Arabic. Is it Buru? Yes, Burwa. I think Burwa, something like that. Yes, because I also read Arabic, by the way. Yes, is it Burwa? Rashid, something like that. At least I can read Arabic, by the way. I'm a product of Uchiba Islamic Primary School, just a nearby school here. So I also studied there, and as well Hirai Islamic. So that tells you my association with the Arabic language. Joe Van Rose says, Kimnas Atinga, thanks for the show. I'm loving this. Wow, thank you very much. There is this one who says, Asiku Banda says, hello, good morning, bro. This me, Asiku Banda, live in Bali. Can you please tell me the good news at Arsenal Football Club? Arsenal Football Club, a lot of the talk about Arsenal Football Club. Many people thought the money is not going to be there for Arsenal to spend. Remember when Arsenal became part of the team that got involved in the European Super League creation, a lot of the talk was done against the bosses. Stan Kroenke, the man in question. But I can tell you, he seems to be defying odds. Arsenal reportedly have agreed in principle a transfer with Brighton and Hove Albion for their central defender, that is Ben White. Of course, there is also a talk of Arsenal Football Club still being so serious, looking for a for a playmaker. Probably Ruben Neves of Wolves his name has come through. Then James Maddison of Leicester City, £60 million is his price, probably valuation. But I can tell you, Arsenal are very serious. They really, really want him. So the question is, can Arsenal spend another 50 million or 60 after probably agreeing a deal with Brighton and Hove Albion? They have brought in a £17 million rated, and again, he is already an Arsenal player. That is Albert Sambi Lokonga, the man from Anderlecht. I can tell you yesterday, the sporting director, the chief executive officer for Anderlecht, a club from Belgium, the man is called Verbeek. Yes, Peter Verbeek actually did say that in Albert Sambi Lokonga, Arsenal has acquired a leader. Yes, they have acquired a leader. So how good will that be for Arsenal Football Club? A good friend like Bob Collins will tell you that is a typical Patrick Vieira kind of footballer. I know Bob Collins loves his Arsenal Football Club. That is definitely what I expect from his lips. A typical Patrick Vieira type of player. That is how he will describe Albert Sambi Lokonga. Let's talk about some of the players Arsenal have been looking at. Of course, having brought in Nuno Tavares. I know many will call him Nuno Tavares. He comes from Portugal, from Benfica. He has penned a 5-year deal. Another good news for Arsenal just came last night when Emil Rowe penned a new 5-year deal, and he's been given the shirt number 10. Oh my goodness. The last time a player at Arsenal Football Club donned shirt number 10 was entrusted for that duty. Many more actually came through the ranks. I've loved the philosophy at Arsenal. They seem to be understanding the boys who graduate from the academy. Some few years back, we did see Jack Wilshere being entrusted with a smart and smooth jersey number. And now here comes Emil Smith-Rowe, shirt number 10. Fantastic player, a target for Aston Villa. But Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta says no to that transfer. They are never thinking of sanctioning a move for the man, or the young boy, that is Emil Smith-Rowe, which means him alongside Bukayo Saka will still continue doing the great job they did last season for Arsenal Football Club. There is another one here. Yes, the name actually, I thought Bay. Yes, it is Be. So in Arabic, I expected that to be Buru. Then they said it is Poru. At least I can read Arabic. So it has started with Be. Then I thought it was going to be Boru, but he says it is Poru. Wow, feels nice. Poru Rashid, thank you very much. There is this one. Let me read through. Quite a number of comments have come through. Asiku McNoah says, "Hi Kim, you're smart and enjoying the show." Let's pray for our sister daughter Shada to bring Olympic to bring Olympic medal home. For my friend Tabu, football is like company. When you always terminate your contract with companies, it will be hard to settle at workplace. So be professional and settle with clubs. I know football is a business. A strong message in there for Tabu Vitalis from Asiku McNoah. Mungufen Osborne says, watching you live and from Arua Primary. That's one area I've treasured so much. He says, any good news from Chelsea? At Chelsea Football Club, a lot has been happening. Malang Sarr has been one of the players who surprisingly says, having made that move to Chelsea from a French league, says he never expected himself to be that big, and now playing for Chelsea, he feels proud. But in transfers, Chelsea are looking at Robert Lewandowski. One of their young players in Tammy Abraham could likely exit the club. This is after Arsenal became very much more interested in having his signature on the dotted lines at Emirates Stadium. But I can tell you, it seems Chelsea Football Club, having initially banked all their hopes on Erling Braut Haaland, now the focus is turning to the 32-year-old Polish striker Robert Lewandowski. At the age of 32, he is not one for the future. Should Chelsea actually get him from Bayern Munich, then it means he will be there for 2-3 seasons. But Chelsea, having let go Olivier Giroud to AC Milan, they still need a striker. Yesterday, Timo Werner was interviewed. He says, I am open to a move away from Stamford Bridge, even this summer. What does this mean to team Chelsea Football Club? These are some of the transfers about Chelsea. There was a talk of them being linked with a move for another Arsenal target in Ben White, but looks like Arsenal have won the race. So another Chelsea talk is Emerson Palmieri. Many clubs have shown interest. Juventus is one. Inter Milan talked about him. Then Marco Alonso is another player being linked with the move away from Chelsea Football Club. These are some of the transfer speculations about team Chelsea Football Club. Many more comments keep coming. There is this one. Emma says, update on Duparaka new signings. Yes, I did respond to that. There is Waib Ajobe. I did read that. Thank you very much. Okano Basir says, hi Kim, good morning. Watching you live from Buaise. Wow. When I was in senior 2, I was taken to Boise, just around that area. Kawempe, move next to the northern bypass, you cross that side. Yes, was taken there. I had fun. You know, it's one funny place where you can learn a lot of things, by the way. You don't have to joke. Sometimes be in those places, learn a lot of things. Don't just be there because you are there. No. He says, what's new live from Boise, why the citizens are quiet in transfer, yet they have lost their big gun in Serge Kun Aguero. And Barcelona, is there a possibility to sign new striker? Barcelona Football Club, unless they close that deal, a renewal deal for the man Lionel Messi, 441 million pounds is actually the amount of money they are supposed to get off their wage bills if they are to renew Lionel Messi's contract, because La Liga, yes, the football governing body in Spain are saying they have gone beyond their wage limits. So which means they will instead have to register the players they signed and probably get off, and pay cuts have to be enhanced, and that will mean that some players will need to take a pay cut, including Lionel Messi. So let's wait and see. Otherwise, Serge Kun Aguero moved there, then Memphis Depay is already there, and then they brought in Eric Garcia from Man City, Bossman rolling, free agent. So they are also in probably for more players. They talked about Man City's Aymeric Laporte, but the talk looks not to be a strong one. Talking about Manchester City, the question you did ask, if you look at Man City, there are a lot of activities happening at Man City. Now, the first one is about the financial fair play. I think it's holding them somehow, having spent a lot of money. They will need to sell a few players. I'm seeing names like Riyad Mahrez, Aymeric Laporte, Gabriel Jesus. Then their names which are coming through. Raheem Sterling could be another possible player to leave the club. So they will need to raise money to spend money, because the financial fair play is said. Remember, a few seasons ago, Chelsea suffered it. Paris Saint-Germain were actually, summoned. What about Barcelona? They suffered the same. Even right now at Santiago Bernabeu, it's altogether a different story. They are saying Real Madrid will not need to spend much more money, because if you look at their wage list, you will understand a player like Gareth Bale earns £600,000 per week, and they will need to get such players off their wage list if they are to, or their payroll, if they are to really respect the wage limit in the La Liga, so that they don't get the summon once again. These are some of the things that are happening in some of these clubs. Otherwise, Dani Majid says, catching you live from Gulu City, thanks for the show. Then Lubarama Abidara, oh my goodness, these are some of the rappers. I call him a rapper. Lubarama Abidara says, greetings, thanks for the show, locked and loaded. Wow. There's this one, Otutio Ronaldson, thank you, you always listen to the show. Probably follow the show on TV, live on Rhino TV. Says, continuing to stream you live from Kigali, Rwanda. A massive development from Daystar United from FC Oluko and Onduparaka Football Club. By the way, Daystar Football Club, I can tell you right now there are no much activities, but they are a very serious club just here within Alua. They play their games in Oluko, a very serious club, and I did go there to watch their game. A very good side they are, very composite team, probably a crop of young players showing a lot of great potential. That tells you how they can be if money is put in, if good administration is put in, if nice PR is done to them. You expect them to be a better side. That is Daystar Football Club. They do have their games right there. Asega Edward Alichi says, thank you, presenter Kimnaz. Isn't it true that FIFA is trying to change the full-time play in football to be 60 minutes with unlimited substitutes? That's a big no. They have never thought of that. Instead, a few rules have been scrapped off. Yeah, one of which is done by UEFA. UEFA has scrapped off what is called away goals rule. Nothing like that will become next season. So next season, if you go for extra time, 1-1, go for penalties. Then 2-1, let's say you win the first game 1-0, then they beat you 2-1. It means aggregate will be 2-2. Like you win the first game 1-0, the second leg, they beat you 2-1. Aggregate is 2-2. You go for extra time. There is nothing completely like away goals rule. of course, UEFA has really looked into that so carefully. Remember, football continues to change. The rules continue to change. I can remember in 2002, there was what we used to call a super goal. You score that super goal, you will have wives. Instead of having a wife, you will have wives. Every woman will want to be yours. Every club will want to show interest in you, because this goes after the extra time. Like after the normal time, let's say the 90 minutes are done, you go into the extra time, then you score a goal. That will mark the end. The center referee or lawyer, engineer or lawyer Wilberforce will say end of the game. The super goal stands. But this time, it's no more. The rules keep changing every minute. I can tell you, it keeps changing. Lawrence Ezangu says, hi Kim, thanks very much. Watching you live at Arua Town. Any good news at Chelsea in terms of transfer of Erling Haaland? Waib says, I am Waib from Kampala. He loves following the show. I'm amazed. I'm happy for you, by the way, brother. Mystica William says, I like the show, watching live from Adjumani. By the way, Adjumani is already being represented. Thank you very much, Adjumani, for representing. Yeah. Tabu Roni says, great show. I'm catching you live from Bali. May I know the transfer news at Arua Hill Sports Club and Manchester United? This morning, the CEO of Arua Hill Sports Club is in Entebbe. Yes, just like the PRO, both are in Entebbe, down Kampala, that side. Of course, the question is, the central side, the question is, whom have they gone there to bring? There are already talks of a head coach to be appointed very soon. Rumors are talking about Charles Livingston Babazi. Some are saying Mike Hilary Mutebi, the former KCCA tactician. Then others are saying more players are yet to come. Innocent Maduka is one player they have reportedly agreed a fee, probably a deal with. Then Sarif Saka from Chetume is another player they also reached an agreement with. There was a talk of Basir Asiku from Vipers also joining Arua Hill. Then probably you expect more names to be surfacing through. Of course, last week, 3 days back, we did see the chairman of the club, Aita Joel, engineer Aita Joel, was seen actually a pic going viral. Seen him with Emma Okwi. Yes, Emma Okwi, who plays in Egypt. Then Yunus Sentamo, somebody will call him Yunus Sentamo. Then I would still agree with you. Yunus Sentamo, who plays for Vipers, was the top scorer last season with 16 goals. Also, his name has come through. This is after that picture or photo incidents. There is Aita Adukule Onesima says, watching live from Kampala. Hey, Awadifo Mungudri. Thank you very much. Awadifo Mungudri Dada. Mungu Koko amechoko. Nini kwa? Amechoko. Mungu Koko West Nile Web ni adrio. Mungu Koko Rhino TV ni adrio. Mungu Koko mi adrio. So it is only God that actually oversees all this. So we appreciate God. Otherwise, the production team, thank you very much for as well bringing all this to happen. Sometimes it cannot just come easily. It comes through a lot of performance. Ezra Enox Arkelio says, welcome Kimnaz. I'm catching you live from Pagirinya, or you'll call it Pagirinya, then a camp. That is, could you please update me with good news coming in from Onduparaka Football Club and Arsenal Football Club? I did respond to that. Thank you. Pardon, Christopher says, Kim, is it true that UEFA is planning to change in the game of football, like 30 minutes first half, unlimited subs, stopping the clock when the ball goes out of play, and 5 minutes suspension for yellow card? Okay, these are things anyone can suggest. Yeah, anyone can suggest, but it goes back to the what is called EFAB. Yes, EFAB. If you know what EFAB is actually the body that is being mandated to ring changes in the beautiful game of football. They are called EFAB. Yes, or you'll call it IFAB. Wow, Lado State says, good morning, Kimnas. Say greetings to West Nilers who are watching live wherever they are. Thank you. Wasi says, hi, Kim. I am Wasi catching live from Juba. Any good news from Onduparaka concerning transfers? I did that. Prince Pario Alfate Roderick says, watching you live. These are some of the comments that have come through, and I'm quite sure many more have continued to come. Just like Up Nicholas, who says, Up Nicholas live from Bukoto, Kampala, thank you for the good job. Thank you very much as well for being a part of the show. Wow, the messages are really overwhelming, I can tell you. Mawa Brian MB says Kimnas Atinga, Arua Hill needs a new head coach. I don't trust the type of play they display last season, and the team most goals come from set pieces, which is not really possible in Uganda Premier League. In one of the radio shows, as if you grabbed my head, I said this. Last season, to be very honest, the display of Arua Hill Sports Club was never to the expectation. But I can tell you, big league is never a league for ambience. It is never a league where you need to show a kind of, beautiful football alone. No. You first look at qualification strategy. I think the team that worked at Arua Hill last season surely were very strategic. They looked at how can we poorly qualify to the beautiful land. I think that was basically the target they had, so they have made it through. Now in the Uganda Premier League, or the top tier football, the top flight football, if you like, it's all going to be beautiful football that will attract fan base. Remember, they are having a growing fan base. I'm seeing the fan base is growing every minute that passes. That is as far as Arua Hill Sports Club is concerned. So that to me will now come with the aspect of this beautiful display. When Onduparaka stormed the Uganda Premier League, not many people knew about them, but I can tell you, good display attracted the world to follow them. Yes. So Arua Hill Sports Club knows what to do. Maybe the expectation is that I'm sure the CEO is still watching. I'm sure the PRO, Telu Vegas, is still watching. And I am sure many more other fans are also watching. They expect to see beautiful display come next season. But if they go for a coach like Charles Livingston Babazi, if they get a coach like Mike Hilary Mutebi, these are coaches who know what to do. Onduparaka survived relegation under Mike Hilary Mutebi. Under Charles Livingston Babazi. At some point they finished in top 5. This was still under Charles Livingston Babazi, and the fan base was huge. This was all in the names of beautiful display. So you expect that should they bring in one of those coaches. Joe Allen says, hi football lovers. Wow, he's greeting you guys. Asiko Banda says, Ajo, bro aleta nila ade osogol world diga mingi niare. Right now, if you talk about all-time top scorer, you're going to talk about Cristiano Ronaldo. There was a talk of Ali Deia having scored 109 goals at the international level. That is for his national team, Iran. But I can tell you, Cristiano Ronaldo has done that for Portugal already. He has defied the odds. He has scored 792 goals to his name. That is CR7. He becomes the all-time top scorer. Interesting. Anguyo Patrick says, hi, I think Onduparaka should overhaul the management or sell that big brand to a willing buyer who still need that team at top of the league. That is according to him. He thinks the team has to be sold away in case the management is not about to do an overhaul. Taban Bosco says, any progress on Jordan Sancho for his Manchester United? He's actually catching us live from Bidi refugee settlement. About Jordan Sancho, it's all done and dusted. Yesterday, I can tell you that there was a talk that came out, probably a pic going viral about him being given shirt number 7 when there's still a certain Uruguayan striker in Edinson Cavani donning that shirt number. So that tells you that Manchester United have decided to give Jadon Sancho a maximum respect and give him the shirt number 7. Whether that is going to come true or not, we're waiting for the official confirmation. I am always on the Twitter handles of Manchester United, also following closely whatever is happening at the club as far as their Jadon Sancho deal is concerned. But I can tell you, he did pass the medical. He is in for a holiday, having been extended holiday, if I may say, having been with the English national team up to the end of the finals of the Euro 2020, in which game they lost 3 in the penalty shootouts, and he was one of the culprits who missed out on the penalty shootouts. Again, at Manchester United, Rafael Varane talk has been a big one, so maybe you will leave that OS for another day, but it's a talk that we have massively looked at. He's actually casting me from Bidi, by the way. Bidi refugee settlement. Anguilla Patrick, yes, I did read that. Then Zoski Lacosta says, kama kawaida, following from Nairobi, Kenya, says the show they show something about QPR transfers. By the way, if you talk about QPR, then you're talking about one of the teams I follow so much. QPR did bring in a defender, a central defender from a club called Wrexham for £3 million. This was a big acquisition. The man is called Liner. Yes, the defender is called Liner. He is an Irish, and they just cleared the signature last week. There is all excitement in London because QPR are just a London-based club. Yeah. There is this BNC Mahad. BNC, thank you very much. BNC Mahad says, could you please compare for me Rafael Varane and Christian Romero of Atalanta, and who would you recruit at Manchester United, assuming you are actually the man at the helm? Truth be told, I've had a very huge admiration for Rafael Varane, but I have a huge reservation as far as his coming to the Premier League is concerned. If somebody asked me to choose between that is Christian Romero and Rafael Varane, I want to make a weird statement. I would go for Christian Romero of Atalanta. I know somebody is going to ask, but Kim, why? The guy has won World Cup with France and he has been playing for Real Madrid at the highest level. He is a very good game reader, but talk about his physical nature. And if you see him and Harry Maguire, you will think that they will have a good partnership, but that does not mean they will not be symbolic. You have Harry Maguire, who is a very good established centre-back, but also liable to mistakes. And Rafael Varane has done that many times for even Real Madrid. So you will think Victor Lindelof, who is being looked at as the man to pave way for Rafael Varane, you will think if they went for Christian Romero, a very composed ball player at the centre-back who loves using his head, aerially fantastic, game reading, absolutely nice, and very aggressive. I think United, to me, needed Christian Romero, who plays for Atalanta more than Rafael Varane. But now, Rafael Varane has played at the biggest level. Maybe we are talking about Christian Romero, who will not have the confidence to play at the toppest level for a club like United. But Rafael Varane, having already played in the Euros, he has played the World Cup, maybe he has the confidence to probably get running at Old Trafford. That is how I can summarize that talk about Christian Romero and the man. Yasir Majid Swali says, good morning, live from Hoima. Thanks for the show, in and out for Arsenal. Of course, I did give you some. David Luiz, by the way, has left the team. Otelun Vegas Adam says, I am actually following the show. Greet me too. I greet you. As you say. Somebody told me you are in EBS, you are in Entebbe. Right now, people don't travel. I don't know how you went there. Maybe you will meet with the president there. I don't know how. Oh, because there's also a state house in Entebbe, by the way. So should you people meet there? I don't know how you will respond. Otherwise, it's an official duty. I understand. You're actually, by the way, one of the social workers. You're a journalist, so moving there to me is not a big surprise. Maybe you have gone to cover the president because we're just running down the 42 days of the lockdown. Maybe there's going to be a national address about COVID or the lockdown very soon. You might cover that for Rhino TV as well. We appreciate it. Thank you. Fraser Mustafa says, good morning, catching you live from Nairobi, Kenya. Any good news from Manchester United Football Club? Thank you for this great show, great work. God bless. Thank you. Judah the Melody says, Mister, you are looking great and I love this TV. Wow, we love you too. We love you. He says, I'm watching you live in Bugolobi, down Kampala. Thank you very much for following. Pario Patrick says, live from Esokona, Ginger Road, Kampala, and I'm liking it. Matits Pes Bonnie says, hi bro, Boniface here watching you live at Chengera. Yes, from Chengera. Could you please tell me any good news from us United? I did that. Ejo Kakuru, I did that. Then Kawaya Patrick, my brother from Qatar. Yes, he's from Qatar. Thank you very much. 2022 World Cup will be there. Qatar, you are always following. Thank you very much. That is Patrick Kowoya. He's somebody from Idiofe. He's just there. I'm happy that he continues to be there. He's a great guy, my OB, and I feel nice that you're always with us. Wow, this is a lady, and she's saying, Kim, I admire your jumper, I admire your face. Maybe I'll get the second wife. because this might be another platform. Because if you talk about that, if you say you admire my face, you admire my jumper, hey, it feels nice. I'm a polygamous. Should I call myself a polygamous one? Maybe yes, maybe no. Anyway, my wife will decide whether I should get the second wife or not. Otherwise, by the way, one great information I don't want to leave out is about West Nile Web. You can actually read everything. By the way, this show you're actually watching, you can also catch it from the site by logging on to www.westnileweb.com. You'll get it live. And you can also keep sharing. Keep sharing. I'm seeing many people have shared, and I feel proud. There's this one. Fizo Mickey says, Kim, I like your Dizo. Wow, that's the design. I love that. I wish I had a badge of Rhino TV. I would also give it a kiss. Why not? He says, Akim, I like your Dizo. That is Fizo Mickey's. Many more comments keep coming. But I can tell you, like I was actually telling you, you can watch all these and you can read a lot of stories. I remember last night we did bring for you the PLE, talk about the PLE, primary living examination results that came out recently. Mr. Aikobua Noel was able to give you that talk show. Beautiful hosting and everything was nice. The production team did a great job and I appreciate. Kunde, Sido, then the man, the big man with the biggest chest, that is Kenneth. I also appreciate it. Was fantastic. Nile Vibes will also be coming your way. You don't have to miss that from 4 to 5 p.m. Of course, today being Friday, I know Oti Jackson will be hyper. Why not? Sanyu Doris, the team, and the team, of course, the health talk has been coming your way every 7 to 8 p.m. Of course, whenever it comes, we actually update you on our page. Don't forget to reach the YouTube channels, by the way. You can also get this all there. If your Facebook is disturbing you to network here and there, hi, I'm a YouTuber. I'm an artist. I'm going to YouTube, but this time YouTube, just subscribe. Get there, our YouTube channel, Rhino TV. Hit it there. Give it a like, then you subscribe, and you become part of the Rhino TV family. Abed Chan, thank you very much for the job well done, and the entire team at Rhino TV. Babu Michael, the other day you actually did promise you something and you've not come for it. Anyway, I'll give it. Otherwise, more comments keep loading. There's Apang David Tido who says, I'm today live on TV. Big ups and thanks a lot. We need to eat real, not now streaming, because Arua has been behind. But you guys have set the trend. I love it. Wow. Thank you very much for appreciating the trend. It's really massive, and we want to make it big, or the biggest. Want to make it the biggest. Why not? Otherwise, it's exactly what time somebody is already telling me actually here that our time is ticking, but still we continue bringing for you many more of that. There is this one who says, Kidnas, please can you tell me about Tottenham Hotspurs? They seem to be another quiet side. Talking about Tottenham Hotspurs, after Jose Mourinho leaving and probably having Ryan Mason in there stepping in, but this time round they have a big man, the former Wolves manager Nuno Espirito Santos. The first big statement to me he made at Tottenham was about Harry Kane, when he said Harry Kane is not for sale and we're not letting him go. That to me was the biggest statement he made, and at some point I felt a manager need to come in with an authority, and that is a big authority enough probably to silence the potential suitors. Of course, when he said the Hurricane is not for sale and 150 million pounds not big enough to actually tempt them to sanction a move, Man City started backing off. Manchester United, who were all out for Hurricane, started taking step backwards, or backing off, if you like. Then that to me tells that they are a very good side. The Tottenham team that disturbed you last season will still remain, and at this time under the stewardship of Nuno Espirito Santos, the Portuguese man. And another interesting thing about Tottenham Hotspurs is that they are all out in the market, but they have not come closely to unveil players. But I can tell you, they have shown interest also in, there is Manuel Locatelli, the Sampdoria midfielder, whom Arsenal Football Club also wanted, but the talks have gone a little bit quiet. Remember, they were being boosted when the sporting director for Sampdoria said the man will not join an Italian club. So that means Arsenal, Tottenham have been actually given a boost in that pursuit of that is the European or Euro 2020 playmaker, that is Italian star, that is Manuel Locatelli. At Tottenham Hotspur, there also a talk of Jose Mourinho moving to Olympic Lyon. Moving to Tottenham Hotspur. Then Tanguy Ndombele as a make weight in a swap deal, moving right there. Then Tottenham Hotspur have been given a chance by Barcelona to bring in Antoine Griezmann, but that is a big talk for Marca. Can you believe, the Spanish paper Marca, whether this is going to be a true rumor to believe in? Antoine Griezmann, right now, for Barcelona to really be good, they're cash-strapped, they need to let go a few players. So Antoine Griezmann could be one of them. So will Tottenham be the right destination for him, or he will need to move back to Athletic de Madrid, where he's a wanted man? Man City also showed interest in him, but that seems not to be a strong interest. So let's wait and see how it all will go. More comments have actually come through. This one says, good morning once again. I'm Boniface. Could you please tell me the shirt number given to Jadon Sancho? There's likelihood of him donning shirt number 7 because it came out yesterday that actually it leaked. It leaked from the stores. They were actually selling. They were selling, of course, jerseys. Remember, the Manchester United store had that the man we're talking about, Jadon Sancho. His shirt has gone on market, and shirt number 7 leaked. So that means Edinson Cavani will have to be stripped of that shirt number. Somebody saying incoming and outgoing players at Stamford Bridge. I did give that out. Probably there are more comments that are still loading. Let me check through the network. I hope it helps so that we're able to read many more of the comments. Somebody, of course, the production team is already saying time up, time up, time up. If you are able to still drop more comments, please drop them. I'm seeing many more still coming. Of course, thank you for sharing. Many more are sharing. There's this one here who is saying Kim, Jadon Sancho, Mason Greenwood, Jadon Sancho, Mason Greenwood. Then you have Daniel James. Whom would you have in your front three at Manchester United? Right now, I don't think if it's going to be healthy to bench a player like Edinson Cavani. I think I will have him as a central striker. I'll have Jadon Sancho to the left, and then to the right will be the man that is Mason Greenwood. But don't, why do I go for that? I know somebody's going to ask, having Mason Greenwood ahead of, that is Marcus Rashford. Rashford right now is going to have a surgery. By the way, did you know that? Yes, Marcus Rashford is going to have a surgery. That means he may not be available for Manchester United on 14th of August. 2:30 p.m. 2:30 p.m. against Leeds United, my own. So let's wait and see how it all will go that particular day. But Denono, thank you very much for following the show. Yes, he's actually right here dropping a comment. Somebody is saying, I'm glad that Seth Stoleko is back. He's already at Entebbe Airport. Wow, this is nice. This is nice. Many really wanted him back. But again, the guy went for Cheo. He went for Cheo, but maybe he didn't just succeed in that. But sorry about that. Sometimes life, you need to think outside the box. I have a very good friend, George Malaria, who once told me, people will always say, my friend, the way you're taking life, try to look outside the box. He got tired of that message. So he told me, Kim, it's time I look without the box. So he doesn't want to think within the box, neither does he want to think outside the box, but he wants to think without the box now. So I don't know if that surely will help, but that's yet a philosophy that was derived. BLC Mahad says, Pogba to PSG reports are steadily gathering pace. Could you please clarify for me those reports, and how much is United likely to demand if they are to cash in on Paul Labile Pogba? Paul Pogba only has 1 year remaining on his current deal, and I can tell you, should he enter the final 12 months of his United deal, then he will be free to speak to any club. That will be a big blow for United. He in the past has left on a bossman, that is a free agent, free, completely for free. Is it going to be for the second time? Should it happen like that, what will it mean to Manchester United? Should Paul Pogba leave Manchester United for free this time round? It will mean United learnt nothing and forgot nothing. Big blow, big blow. This is money we're talking about. This is football we're talking about. This is the commercialized sport we're talking about. So it means United will not want to lose him on free. The fee that has been quoted is 48 million pounds. But then looks like Paris Saint-Germain are preparing a bid of 43 million pounds. This is a player who was signed for 89 million pounds from that is Juventus, having left United for free. What kind of business was that Juventus did? Big mind-boggling business. You will think they really made the best out of United's shambolic transfer dealings. So at the end of the day, Juventus ripped big. Is it time Paris Saint-Germain also gets the same deal? Maybe yes, maybe no. But looks like Paris Saint-Germain wanted to get him this time, knowing very well that should he enter the final year of his contract at United, then many more clubs are going to show interest in him. After all, he will be on Bosman. So they really want to clinch his signature now. So the talk is being gathering pace, but the figure quoted is only 48 million pounds. Let me go to this. Apango David Tido says Thomas Tuchel needs it so badly. Pep Guardiola always and evergreen and will want to win it. Klopp, after struggling, will want to win it. And Solskjaer Ole has a pressure to win it. For the first time, Kim, who will win the Premier League this season? Last season, I gave out the look of my top four. And trust me, there was completely no difference in it. I want to confess on air tonight, this very morning, that somebody gave me $150 US. Yes. This was after my top four came through. Fantastic. Man City finished top. I still have the screenshot of what I posted and how it all went towards the end of the season. But I did the post before the season got underway. Manchester City were my champions. Manchester United finished second. Liverpool, who was almost missing a top four finish until that fantastic strike from the goalkeeper Becca Allison salvaged their season and made them finish in the third position. They did that. My mission was accomplished. Chelsea finished fourth, and that was the look of my top four. Systematic. This season, I want to think that you will also give me a chance to do that. If the Premier League is getting underway, just 2 days before the Premier League starts, the Premier League is getting underway on 13th. Yes, on 13th of August. Because it was supposed to be 14th, but then the game between between Brentford and Arsenal has been brought forward. So it means it will be on 13th. Friday night, we'll have the first game of the season opener, Brentford and Arsenal Football Club. So if you look at my top four, I'll be giving you that on 11th, live on Rhino TV. Because the season is getting underway on 13th, it means that is going to be Friday. Then 11th will actually be a Wednesday. Please, the production team will have to remind me that day. I won't be in the studio with Otelun that particular day, and I believe Walter Nyamo will be around. I'll want to give my top four for the season before the season gets underway. But looks like, with the question he actually dropped in here, he wants me to tell him the possible winners. I see Man City really going all out. Should they not sell any player? Should they bring in more names? Since they have lost in Serge Kun Aguero, but last season they won the Premier League without Serge Kun Aguero. He scored a few goals, but I can tell you, Pep Guardiola knows how to use a front three that keeps knocking the ball around. That's how they won the league. He did it with Barcelona, he did it with Bayern Munich, and now he has done it with Man City twice. So that means without a natural central striker, they can have a front three that will have all ball players knocking the ball around. They will have the midfield three that will comprise of a certain Kevin De Bruyne, KDB, knocking the ball around. Trust me, at the end of the day, they will get what they want. So I still see Man City as the favorites, but this is not my final prediction for the winner come the 11th. I will be giving you the look of my top four. Don't bank on what I'm giving you now, but I'm just trying to analyze. I see Man City going all out for this. Chelsea Football Club. Chelsea, to me, are a very big side. Under Thomas Tuchel, if he continues to defy the odds, probably continues to do what he did last season, I see Chelsea doing good things. Should they get a central striker who will be getting them the goals? Because I was saddened when they let go Olivier Giroud, to me, who scored them crucial goals last season. So they will need a striker. I wish they brought in Erling Haaland. They would be my favorites to win the league, but they still are in the market. Maybe they'll still get in a striker like Robert Lewandowski, who will get running at the age of 32 and get them the goals. So Manchester United are also there. I don't want to rule them out. Liverpool having now Ibrahim Konate, then Virgil van Dijk being back. I believe if their back line will stay intact and their midfield will do the job they did the other season when they won it after 30 years, then a front three, they will keep it intact. Mo Salah, Sadio Mane and Roberto Firmino fresh, and probably with Diego Jota also as of course providing some competition. I think they will still be good enough to actually challenge for the title. Somebody is going to ask, why is Arsenal not in the shape of my top four? I still rule them out. Yes, sorry about that. If you're an Arsenal fan, don't hate me. I love you so much. Oga Gift says, keep that up. Thanks very much, Kim. Then Adrico Godfrey, my OB says, how are you? I want to know something about my team on Dupraka Football Club. I am Adrico from Wakiso. Thank you very much. That probably should be the last. I may not be able to read through many of those, but I'm happy that you've been with us from the minute go. Quite a number of comments have come through. I am humbled, and shares, many have shared in the show, and probably I think somebody was actually asking me, Kim, when will you ever look ugly? I don't want to look ugly. No, I really always want to look nice. Like Otelulu was asking me, I was actually complimenting, saying, Kim, you look nice. That is part of my DNA. I always want to look nice. Thank you very much. Let me appreciate a few people. Probably West Nile Web. Keep reading. Whatever is there, just get there on the site, read through. Then the team, Rhino TV team, please, the production team, I'm humbled. The producer of the show, I'm humbled. The creativity department, I'm humbled. By the way, we have many departments at Rhino TV. Many. We have business shows which have been managed, well monitored. We have this sports show which is called Boom Sports. It runs every Monday to Saturday. Tomorrow I will still be here, hopefully with Nyama Walter. Then Monday I will also kickstart once again, only have a 1 day of rest. Then there's Nile Vibe, there is a Trinity show anytime, it will be popping, and you definitely, yesterday somebody was demanding to see Trinity show back on air, and I can tell you it will be back anytime soon. Trinity, wherever you're also following the show, I want to say big up on yourself. You always look nice, keep it up. Plus the entire team, wow. I don't know where Jonathan is. Aongo Jonathan, great show the other time, and you're vanished in thin air. I hope you'll be back shortly, because I'm told you are in for an official duty. I will also be happy to have you back. Me to you, please have the best of the time. As you meet, don't forget to follow the SOPs. Mine is here. Somebody is going to say, Kim, you're doing without it. I have mine, only that I am alone. That's why I've decided never to carry it, and actually to have it in the show today. But if I sat here with somebody, maybe I was going to be like this. Have the best of the day. Keep social distance. Sanitize. Don't forget to sensitize others to also sanitize. It's important, and COVID is real.